Good morning, friends. Today is March 31st, last day of the first quarter of the year. I wonder where I would be on March 31st next year while I'm going for Everest. Anyway, this is Yamnuska. This is an intersection we have arrived at. Climbers route is this way. Hikers, you can see, is going to the right. Laurie's plan today is to help me learn self-arrest technique. We are gonna go this way, and then you see the face up there. We are gonna traverse the face on to the west side, and Laurie knows some gullies there where we will practice self-arrest. Oh, Laurie mentioned to me that he injured himself on Sunday when he was right here on Yamnuska. He slipped and tumbled down quite good. Luckily, he saved himself just before going off the cliff. I'm gonna ask him more about that incident and share with all of you. My bag today is about 42 pounds. And I need to see how my left leg does. Let's continue and wish me having a good day filled with a lot of learning.
I'm Athabasca. Your pack would probably be pretty heavy. We'll take a tent, stove, sleeping bag, sleeping pad, ropes, harnesses, crampons, ice axe. It's going to add up. So there's certain places where you have to carry that much. On Everest, I can't picture a day where you're going to have to carry any more than 35 pounds. So if you're carrying 40 to 45 here, that's about max. Don't think you should learn how to improve your pace, your moving technique, rather than heavier and heavier weight. That would be my suggestion.
Okay. So I stick to the higher side of 35 to 40 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Anyway, Laurie, I have a question for you. Oh, shit.
No, you're okay.
Sorry, my bag moved and there is not enough room. Oh, actually, helmet came out.
Oh, you don't want to lose your helmet. It'll go all the way down.
Yes. But now my bag is also off balance. I have to get up and fix it
Yeah, just
first.
here. I'll move this one down.
Could you?
Can you slide that other end higher? There, try that now. There you go.
But my helmet is out.
You put it between the two. You got it?
Yeah. So, Laurie, I have a question for you. In the beginning of today's hike, you asked me to lead maybe like 100 meter or so elevation gain. It was quite flat, like not very steep. But what I want to know is how did you like my walking? If there is anything you notice that Girish could do better, or something that you felt that, oh, Girish has become quite comfortable. Did you notice how I was walking?
Yeah,
or?
I thought the pace was appropriate for the beginning
Okay.
of the day. You
Okay.
should always start slow.
Yeah.
Give your body a chance to wake up.
Okay.
And we hadn't gotten on stuff that was very steep just yet. So I thought the pace and your technique was fine
Okay.
for that time.
Okay.
And it would have changed. I mean, I could let you lead all the way up too.
Oh, no, I have no intentions. But if you want to see how I walk, then yes, you can ask me to do whatever
Sure.
you wanted me to do. But is there any way or anything I can improve on in the first part, or it was all okay?
Well, our pace today, all the way up to where we are here, was good. We didn't waste time.
Okay.
We didn't have to stop,
Okay.
other than just brief stops to take in the view, and then we continued. We didn't stop to have a snack or anything like that. So I'd say you've learned a lot. Your pace, especially with a pack that's as heavy as yours is today,
Yeah.
was good.
Yeah.
Yep, we did good, both when you were leading and when we moved together.
Okay. Thank you so much, Laurie. I'll ask you more questions later.
Sure.
I have one more question.
Okay.
I want to record our training plan for today. So what are we planning to do?
We're planning to climb to the west col of Yamnuska. That's where it meets the shoulder of Goat Mountain.
Yes.
And then contour up the backside as though we were going to the summit.
Yeah.
And we're going to encounter a gully
Yes.
very soon.
Yes.
We're going to take our packs off and go into the gully and see how hard the snow is. If it's sufficient for our purposes, we'll get our climbing gear on. You get your helmet on. I'll show you how to set up an anchor in the snow.
Okay.
And we'll practice self-arrest on that.
Okay.
If that doesn't prove deep enough or hard enough, we'll climb another 400, 500 feet
Okay.
to the other side of the summit where there's some steep slopes, and we'll see about practicing inside them.
Okay.
And the idea today is to get you on some steep snow and get you to understand how to move with an axe, how to stop yourself with an axe, how to stop yourself without an axe. So that's why you'll be tied into a rope. You'll be anchored so that if you can't stop, I can stop you.
Okay.
And the plan is that by the end of the day when we leave here, that you've got at least a basic grasp of how to stop yourself from sliding off a mountain, whether you have an axe or not.
Okay.
That's the goal for today.
Nice. Thank you so much,
No,
Laurie.
you're welcome.
I'm so looking forward to having a good training today. We are sitting in this cave right on the south face, under the
Yeah,
south
the south
face.
face of Yamnuska, directly underneath Grillmeyer chimneys.
How would you pronounce that word again or name?
It's called Grillmeyer chimneys, Grillmeyer. Grillmeyer.
Grillmeyer, okay.
And it's a route that was put up in 1952 or 53 by Leo Grillmeyer and I think Hans Moser.
Wow.
And it was rated back then 5.5. It's gotten harder over the years because it's gotten polished. But it's a 7-pitch route, 7 rope lengths, finishes in a steep cave. And from the highway, the route up Grillmeyer looks like it takes you to the summit. So the buttress above where the route ends looks like the highest point on Yam. It's not, but from the highway it looks like it's the highest.
Oh, the polishing reminds me a question.
Yeah.
On Heart Mountain, you remember the 2-meter section where we take a detour all the time, but that 2-meter section has the blue signs to show hikers that this is the way to go up. So when everybody goes up that part or any other part on any other mountain, that part eventually becomes polished, right? Because everybody uses the same handhold, same foothold.
Depending on the rock.
Yeah.
Certain rock
So-
is softer than others, and it can get polished to a consistency just like smooth ice.
So how dangerous a polished rock could be?
It's just as dangerous as stepping on a sheet of ice that's at an angle.
Okay.
Your foot could slip right off it, even with rock climbing shoes.
Wow. Okay.
So you got to pay attention when you see that. Position your feet so that you're not using friction to hold you on there.
Yes.
You're using a mechanical step
Yes.
to go down or come up on.
Yes.
The classic place where you'll see that is when we walk up the east ridge of Yamnuska
Yeah.
and finally reach the cliff, and then start up where the blue dots are and go through the
Yes.
little chimney. Well, when you're coming down,
Yeah.
that little section is polished
Yes.
all around. But when you're coming down and you've come down the steeper section, now you just have one more big step to do.
Yeah.
And there's a rock there, and it's polished like glass. Even in summertime with completely dry shoes, your shoes will slide on it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like glass.
Thank you.
That's what I mean by polished rock.
Yes,
And
okay.
some routes will have sections where the rock is getting polished, where initially when you would be climbing it, you could use the friction of your clothing biting into the rock, or your hand on the rock, or your shoes. And now it's gotten so polished that your shoulder slips out easily. Your feet, sometimes you have to dust off and then put some chalk on the tips of your toes so they have a little bit of purchase, because otherwise they just slide off.
Yes.
That happens in different sections up here. This rock is limestone. It's calcium carbonate, I think is what it is.
Okay.
It's not that hard. So it gets eroded and worn away easily. And that contributes to it getting polished.
Okay.
So some of the roots here, like Grillmeyer, have gotten harder as the years have gone by.
Okay.
Cleaner because more people have done them. They've pulled off loose rocks, but slipperier.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you. Bye.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Guys, the wind just picked up on the summit of Yamnuska, and look at the dance of this beautiful snow happening right up there.
And it didn't touch us. We're safe here, you know?
And yeah, it didn't even come down all the way to us. It stayed up there. What would be the speed of that wind gust, Laurie?
70 miles an hour.
Wow, that's like 120 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
70 plus, yeah.
Well, if it starts again, I'll definitely shoot some more. So this is Laurie going into the slope. So where we are gonna do self-arrest practice. And do you wanna see up and down here? And if you lose, right at the bottom, there's nothing in between. This is one of my most nervous days. Wish me luck, guys. Thank you so much, Laurie. Bye. Friends, it's about 4:10 and we have arrived at the slope where we are gonna do self-arrest practice. So this is first of all the platform that Laurie built for us to stand on. And if you wanna see where the platform has been built, I'm gonna take you up first. So it's a straight up snow. Laurie has anchored us to this tree, and going down is straight down. I don't know how to show you the steepness. Maybe I'm gonna send it rock just to see how far it goes. So it stopped there because it got buried in the snow. Well, that's kind of good news, Laurie. I may also get buried in the snow rather than going all the way down.
If the snow is soft enough, you might have a hard time going fast, which is what we want you to do today.
Is to go fast or go slow?
No, to go fast so you can self-arrest. But we'll get the anchor set up first here, and then we'll see how it works.
Oh, so we're gonna set up the anchor now.
So what I'll do,
Laurie is setting up the anchor. He's pulling the rope on one side, so now he's tied to the other end of the rope, and the rope is going through that tree.
clove hitch.
Clove hitch. Okay. All right, clove hitch is done.
Okay, so I'm anchored to the tree,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna belay you.
Okay.
You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 times 3,
39. 40.
and then add 4 to that.
43,
So
45.
43 feet you're gonna slide.
43 feet. That's like 4-story building.
Yeah, you'll start right from there. And so first of all, I'm gonna let you slide down. I'll finish my...
Yeah. It seems Laurie is looking forward to the fun that I'm gonna show him
Now,
through sliding.
get the anchor set up.
Slide means non-stop slide until I stop?
Yeah, I want you to slide on your bum and just see what it's like.
How would I come back up?
Get back in the tracks.
Okay, follow the
climb up,
tracks?
and then I'll pull the rope in so you got the support of the rope.
Okay, so I don't carry my poles or anything.
Take your axe though.
Okay, take my axe. Okay, guys. I'll ask Laurie to videotape me later. If we can do it now, that's fine. Otherwise,
I
it's
think
all...
we better just pay attention. Like an ice pick.
Okay.
You're stabbing. So that's
Okay.
how you hold the axe, like this.
Okay.
You hold it so that you don't fall on it.
Oh, okay.
So when you're sliding, you're going to keep it off to the side.
Okay.
To control your slide, you hold it like this. Push this beside your bum.
Okay.
And the amount of pressure you put on this can regulate your speed sliding down.
It will increase or decrease?
The more you push it into the slope, slower you'll go.
Okay. And if I don't, I'll just keep going.
But I've got you. So
Okay.
you're gonna make a trough first.
Okay. Without ice axe or without
No,
anything?
you're always gonna take your axe.
Okay, I'll always.
And then when you're coming back up, you're gonna use it as a cane.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Thank you.
Grab the shaft of my axe so that I'm controlling this point.
Yeah.
And I reach out to the side and stab the pick in,
Okay.
keeping this high. So what's gonna happen is that's gonna drag, it's gonna flip me over and drag my upper body high.
Yes.
And then I can kick my feet out.
Yeah. Okay, got it. And when I flip, I will be on my tummy then, correct?
Yep, but you're gonna be pushing off the slope.
Yes.
To get on your feet. You'll see, it'll make sense.
Thank you. Bye. Hi friends, we just finished our day today. I'm quite happy because I learned something totally new, self-arrest technique on a snowy slopes. I'm going to ask Laurie how he would assess the day go and how I did, what we should be doing, etc., etc. And before Laurie says so, I'm gonna say that Laurie is driving, so he can't see the camera. He's just gonna talk, and he's right here. So Laurie, it's all you now.
Okay, hi there.
Hi.
So today the plan and the plan, what we were gonna do was to get some experience for Giddish on how to stop himself should he slip and fall on a steep snow slope. So it took a while to get to where we could practice this.
Yes.
Because we had to basically climb a mountain, Yamnuska, almost 3,000 feet, to get to some snow that's steep enough and hard enough that we could get some speed if we fell on it.
Yes.
Now, how we did, it took us a while to get there. I mean, I think it was until 3 o'clock that we began, right? Or 3:30?
That's right.
And we worked until 6. And we found a steep slope, and it was cool up there. The sun was out as we hiked up the mountain, but when we got to where we were going to practice, it started getting cool. And we were going to climb up this gully to where there was a tree that we were going to use as an anchor point in case, well, we needed a belay point for when we'd be sliding down the slope. In this case, it was mostly Giddish. Or in fact, it was only Giddish who was doing the sliding. And as we approached this steep slope, Giddish felt kind of apprehensive.
Yes.
Because it's steep. And how to grade the day? Well, by the end at 6 o'clock, by the time we'd spent 2.5 hours working on the skills, Giddish was able to throw himself backwards, upside down, off the slope, sliding head first, and stop himself with an ice axe correctly. And from a sitting position, a laying position, and from upside down. So I would say the day went very well in terms of what we went out to learn today. And it's going to take practice, but Giddish now has a basic understanding of the skill sets needed to stop yourself from sliding should you fall on a steep snow slope. And that was the simple goal for today. It was the pack, Gadish's pack was pretty heavy. It was a full day going all the way up there and all the way back down again. I think we climbed 2,500 feet just to get to the practice area.
Well, in my case, I climbed 3,000 plus because I was sliding, coming back up. You were just relaxing and having a sip of tea.
That's right. Every time Gadish would go down the steep slope, he had to climb back up again. And he did that many, many, many times.
Yes.
And all the time, by the way, he was on a rope. So we had him on belay so that should anything happen, there wasn't any way he was going to the bottom of the gully.
That safety is so important, I guess. Whenever there is safety around, I just feel so much more comfortable and so much more connected. And Laurie, you always do it. Like, you always put me into a safe zone, whether you tie me to a rope or to anchor to yourself, or maybe you make the platform. You always do enough to keep me safe. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And I'm really looking forward to my next session. Thank you, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.